Susie. I'm filling in for Ed on Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update. Here we are celebrating for Paul and Stan's 50th wedding anniversary, and we've got one more very special guest to welcome back to the stage, Mr. President.
Howdy, Paul, Stan, George Bush here. I gotta tell you something, what a crowd this is, eh, Susie? This is an impressive crowd. The haves and the have-mores. Some people call them the elite. I call them my base. One thing, Susie, that Paul and Stan have done, which is just great, is this whole sense of family. I mean, families is where our nation finds hope. Where wings take dreams, Susie.
Right on. Now, I'd just like to ask you some questions while you're here, Mr. President. Well, first of all, do you think we can win the war on terror?
Can we win? I don't think you can win.
All right, I asked if we could.
I just want you to know one thing, though, Susie. When we're talking about war, we're really talking about peace. Paul and Stan know that. War on terror, we found weapons of mass destruction. We found biological laboratories, and we'll find weapons as time goes by. But for those who say we haven't found manufacturing devices, banned weapons, they're wrong. We found them.
Okay. Now, another question, Mr. President. What kind of things did you do in the Oval Office?
Listen, I'll be gone a long time before some smart person ever figures out what I did in the Oval Office.
You care to expand, Mr. President?
I know what I believe. And I will continue to articulate what I believe, and what I believe what I believe.
Oh, okay, moving on.
No, I want to go back to this war on terror, because this is important. This is important, and this was a big-time part of my presidency. People say, how can I help against this war on terror? Paul and Stan know. How can they fight evil? Paul and Stan know. You can fight evil. You can fight this war on terror by mentoring a child, by going into a shut-in house and saying, I love you.
That's very heartfelt, Mr. President. Thank you for those words of wisdom. Now, tell us about your work on No Child Left Behind.
Big part of my presidency, too.
Yes, sir.
Rarely has the question been asked, is our children learning? As yesterday's positive report card showed, children's do learn when standards are high and results are measured.
Now, Mr. President, I don't believe that is correct grammar.
So?
Right, it doesn't matter anyway. So, how did you handle the negative press, Mr. President? Tell us.
Well, I'm the decider, and I decide what's best. You know something, Susie? There's this old Tennessee saying, or is it Texas? Probably Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again. You know
That's it. I think I know what you're talking about.
You see, in my line of work, Susie, you just got to keep repeating things over and over and over again for the truth to sink in. You got to kind of catapult the propaganda.
Exactly.
One other thing, Susie, you haven't asked about, which has kind of come up and I want to talk about, because people, you know, this whole healthcare debate, there's a lot of vitriol and such out there in these town hall meetings, and the thing that people got to think about is that we need this. We need to get some form of health care. Now, I'm not for this public option, as you can imagine, but there's too many good docs out of business going today. They're going out of business, and there's too many OBGYNs, Susie, that aren't able to practice their love with women all across this country.
Yes. Is that all, Mr. President?
Well, you know what? I guess that probably is all, except for to say, happy anniversary, Paul and Stan. You guys, you know, you're the best. You're the best of what this country is made of, and goodbye from the world's biggest polluter.
And on that note, we will conclude our portion of Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update. Happy anniversary, Paul and Stan. We love you.